So in every Hong Kong family, they have an XO sauce. XO stands for extra O, and it's a term to use to describe the drink cognac. This sauce actually is not a long history. It started in 1980 by the hotel called the Peninsula in Hong Kong. I think some of you may have stayed there. And this sauce is a little tiny one like this, could cost about $30. It's pretty expensive, but it's very versatile. You can use it for fried rice, you can use it to make a rice roll, makes about everything taste better. Why is it so expensive? Because it uses a lot of the ingredient that's very expensive, like the scallop, shrimp, and then the ham, the cured ham. And it takes a long time to make, and that's why it is so expensive. Today we're gonna go in to make it real simple for you. So to start off, we actually have the scallop and the shrimp already soaked it up for about over an hour already with a little bit wine, the yellow wine. And these are the other ingredients which we're going to be using. And then all of the ingredients will be, if you click on below, you will be able to see the measurements on each of these. So we will begin. Okay, we have the water now starting heated up, and then we will use the scallop. So when the water heats up, we'll put both of these in for about 15 minutes. 15 minutes, we're going to set the timer for 15 minutes. Stop. So in the meantime, I'm going to try to cut up the shrimp. Okay, 15 minutes up, so we're going to take it out. So we're going to let this sit and cool off a little bit before we start. We're going to save this for a little bit later. So save all the soup base for later. So now we have this thing cool off, and then we can start. This pile is already cool, so we're going to start shredding into little pieces. So now, next step is that we're going to cut out all the fats from the ham. And then you can save it for later on for do other things with, but we're going to not use it for now. Then we're going to cut this into little pieces again. Okay, the ham is all chopped up into little tiny pieces. And then the next thing, we want to make sure the oil is hot enough. So one of the way that you can check it is by putting the chopsticks in, and if you start seeing the little bubbling around where the chopstick base is, then you know that it's about ready. So the first step is that we're going to put in the scallop shredded, and then we're going to go and put in the shrimp next. And this too needs to be browned until it's golden brown. And right after we put the shrimp in, we want to try to mix it a little bit, and you don't want to make it too brown, but just a little bit light brown. After you put the both ingredients in, you want to move around it a little bit until it's lightly brown. The last thing you want to put in is the cured ham. It says, and again, you want to make sure all the ingredients is going to get brown and not burn, but brown. That usually takes probably about 5 to 7 minutes. So as you can see, the ingredients being brown, and as you see more and more bubbles comes up, then you know that the ingredient is kind of drying out, and then the moisture is taken out of that. So at this point, we're going to need to take another pan together at low heat, and then start scooping up the ingredients into the other pan. Once you put all of those ingredients into the other pans and then put it on low heat, the remaining of the oils, we're going to use it to start brown the onion first, and then we're going to put in the garlic a little bit later. And the process is going to take probably about 7 to 8 minutes. But again, be very careful to keep watching it, so make sure that it doesn't get burned. Now, garlic has a tendency to burn more, so we need to be a bit careful. So while that's happening, we're going to go into the other pan and start putting in all the ingredients. First, we're going to put in the soy sauce, the wine, and then the oyster sauce. And make sure you get every bit of the oyster sauce in. And then we're going to put in the sugars, as well as the black pepper. And then the last ingredients you want to put in is add the broth from earlier, the scallops and the ham, and then as the last ingredients, and then try to mix all of them together. It looks like it's almost ready with the onions and the garlic, and maybe a minute or two more. As we swirl around, we can see that the bottom is already brown, but the top is a little bit less. So once it's ready and brown, then we're going to put in the rest of the ingredients into the oil, and then mix it well and turn off the stove at this time. And we are almost done. Now we're ready to put it into the jar. I cleaned this jar earlier, and so it's sanitized, ready to go. Looks like it's gonna last us for a long while. About $30. So now we have, what, almost 5 times as much. Smells good. And you should put it in the room temperature for about 3 to 4 days before you eat them. So if you have any question about this process, feel free to leave a comment below. And if you like what we're doing, give us a like, and then we can or subscribe to us, and then next time we will teach you something else.